Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to a Merry Christmas Eve with me, your host, Miss Marilyn Darling. Today we are here to do another Diamine Inkvent calendar, day 24. Can't believe it. We're already 24 days into this thing. We've only got one more day to go, and it's gonna be a good one. So, here we go, day 24. Day 24 is missing. Oops, it's right here. We have Diamine Sugar Snap. It is a shimmer ink. Very nice. And just in case anybody's curious, I have already opened day 25 to do the review because I'm going out of town. And as soon as I'm done with this, I have to do tomorrow's review quickly, and then I have to run out the door because I am going to my best friend's house for dinner for Christmas. So, alright, let's take a look at this. Here's our ink of the day. Why isn't this working? I don't know. Okay, hold on just 1 second. You hot? What's your problem? Oh my gosh, okay. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Why isn't it gonna let me have some? Oh my god, this is so upsetting. There, yay, now it'll let me use the flashlight. Okay, thank goodness. I don't know why, but sometimes it just won't let me use the flashlight. Try and tell me what to do, I'll reset your application, that's what I'll do. Alright, today's ink is Sugar Snap, and here's what it looks like on 52 GSM Tumbleway River. Hi, Will. Merry Christmas Eve. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. It's got shimmer in it. Oh my goodness. I'm like, wait a minute, there's something missing. That's better. Alright, there we go. Look at that. Beautiful shading and shimmer. Very nice. And here we go. This is our calendar for today. It's looking real nice. This is kind of this year's version of what was the ugly green olive swirl. This is this year's version of last year's Inkvent color olive swirl. My words are all being minced today, and I don't know why. I feel like I'm talking with a mouthful of balls. A mouthful of gumballs. Here is our ink of the day. I'm just going to stop. Nope, it's just regular shimmer. It's just regular silver shimmer. Very nice, very nice. Here is our ink swatch Water resistance test shows it does have a little bit of water resistance. I might consider using this on the outside of an envelope. Here is our toilet paper chromatography. I see that there's just a little bit of blue in there, and some green, and a lot of yellow. And here is our ink painting of the day. Nice, very nice, very nice. Today's pen, we'll be using the Pensive Pen Serendipity with the oval broad nib. And this is Diamine. Sugar Snap. Did pretty good. A little choppy at the bottom. But this is this was dipped last night, so maybe a grain of salt, but that looks pretty good to me. Beautiful. Very nice indeed. Hi, Wumble Bumblebee, Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas. Did you see my little video yet? I made a video. I was gonna do like a whole thing, but then I got sleepy. Oh, I'm so glad you loved it. Okay, let's do this. Let's do some paper review, shall we? This is the second to last day. Tomorrow I will be doing a regular time video. That's 1 p.m. Pacific. Today I'm leaving in like a hop, skip, and a frolic, so I gotta get a wiggle on. Alright, here is our ink of the day. This is the Pen and Gear memo book. A little bit of shading, a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of spread, bleeding, and ghosting. This is lightweight Traveler's Notebook paper. Nice shading, nice shimmer, no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. This is super lightweight Traveler's Notebook paper. Beautiful shimmer and shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Moleskine 70 GSM. It's got a little bit of wiggle, bled to the page. Field Notes Journal. Lots of shading and shimmer, barely any feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Oh, this is Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. It's got a little bit of feathering over here, but barely any ghosting. Ayush 100 GSM paper. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Leuchtturm 1917. A little bit of shading, a little bit of shimmer, no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Midori MD paper. A little bit of shading, a little bit of shimmer, no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. 52 GSM Tumbleway River. Beautiful shading and shimmer. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Cosmo Air Light 75 GSM. Nice shimmer and shading, no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Office Depot Office Max. A little bit of shading, a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. The Jot Journal from the Dollar Tree. Nice shimmer and shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Marmon Namasane 80 GSM Dock Red. Beautiful shading and shimmer. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Oxford Optic Paper. Beautiful shimmer and shading. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Okay, I need to do something so I can stop leaning so forward like. This is Handel's Company. Saustrine Greens. Handel's Company. All over the world. A little bit of shading, a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of feathering, barely any bleeding, and a little bit of ghosting. Caliber Soft Turtle. Shimmer, shading, feathering, bleeding, and ghosting. Clairefontaine 90 GSM. Shading, shimmering, feathering. No bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Exceed 100 GSM. Heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. A little bit of shading, a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of feathering, bleeding, and ghosting. Archer and Olive notebook paper. A little bit of shimmer, a little bit of shading. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Up and Up Wide Ruled composition book from Target.com. Beautiful shading and shimmer. A little bit of spread, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. True Red composition book from Staples.com. Shimmer and shading and feathering, bleeding and ghosting. Apica 81.4 GSM. Oh dear. This one has shading and shimmering and even a little bit of feathering. No bleeding, barely any ghosting. That's nice though. This is Pelican notebook paper. Beautiful shading and shimmer. No real feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. This is the Nanami 7C 68 GSM Tumaway River. Beautiful shading and shimmer, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. And, oh, where is it? Okay, this is Sanza and Tumaway River. Beautiful shading and shimmering, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Why did you vibrate? I'll probably just turn it off. I need to charge my watch before I go. Beautiful shading and shimmer, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. U-Style notebook paper. Beautiful shading and shimmer, one little tiny feather right there. no bleeding, little bit of ghosting. CVS Caliber notebook paper. Beautiful shading and shimmering, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. Don't notice my fat finger swipe. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. 5-star made notebook paper. Oi. Feather like a chicken. Bled to the page. CVS Caliber notebook paper. Beautiful. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is the Pen and Gear Heavyweight notebook paper. Beautiful shading and shimmering, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. Couple little feathers. No feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Aqua B cross-section pad. Nice shimmer, nice shading, a little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is the JNB copper plate graph pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. Beautiful shading, no feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Rhodia dot pad, 80 GSM. Beautiful shading and shimmer, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. And Original Crown Mill 100 GSM paper. Shading and shimmering and feathering and bleeding and ghosting. Oi! Let's do a comparison panel. Bump up the lights so we can see what we're doing. Let's take a look at some green inks. This is definitely going to be a murky green ink. Not my favorite, but you know, we can't all have rainbow colored ink. That's cooperative. This is earlier, just so you know, I'm eating brandy snaps as I watch. You are. I don't even know what a brandy snap is. I thought brandy snap was a drink. This is Diamine Sugar Snap next to. Ooh, this one's very close. Ferris Wheel Press Central Park Green. And if you'd like to see any of these comparisons in detail, you can pause the video and then use the comma or the period to move frontwards and backwards, respectively. Graf von Faber-Castell Olive Green is kind of close. I wish I had more of this ink. Colorverse Uma. Let's see. Birmingham Pen Company Basil Pesto. No. Colorverse Walk the Dog is kind of close. No, it's a melted sugar. Oh, that's fun. Birmingham Horseradish Mustard. See, this was last year's Olive Swirl. I thought they were trying to get away with another murky green ink. Queen and Castle. Chicky Rin is kind of close. Hmm. Hmm. Um. Hmm. Troublemaker Sea Glass is nowhere near this one. It's way far off. Hmm. And that's it. Look at all them green inks. Oh my gosh. Well, what did you guys think about today's ink? You guys think your thoughts about getting this ink? Do you have the Diamine Inkvent calendar? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I am off to go have turkey dinner at Polly's Pies after I open the Diamine Inkvent calendar for tomorrow and do the review. So, that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Check out my new website, join the calligraphy class, and the Discord. And if you'd like to save 10% off on your next order to Pep Boutique, click the link in the description. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. I hope that you guys have a wonderful meal or spend time with family or go watch a movie. Do something fun. So, have a great day. Okay, love you. Bye. Merry Christmas.